play.
An absolutely gorgeous setting here at AT Park in San Francisco, California, as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball as the Mariners open up the road portion of their season against the San Francisco Giants. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew on hand. D. Gordon ready to get things going, get this Mariner offense fired up. Here's a look at the rest of the batting order.
And D. Gordon off to a great start so far this year. .333 batting average with a home run. He homered on Sunday before we left. Robinson Cano hitting third. How about him? 6 for 10 on the season with 2 doubles. And Mitch Haniger now the cleanup hitter. No Nelson Cruz. So Haniger hitting cleanup for the second time. He is 5 for 8 with a couple of home runs on the year. Marco Gonzalez, we are in a National League ballpark, will round out the 9 for the Mariners. Lineups today brought to you by Jack in the Box. And for Block, you can see what he did last year, a 4.78 ERA. He had 73 strikeouts over 43 walks. Opponents did hit .283, and he also gave up 17 home runs last year. Again, his fastball right around 90 miles an hour. Take a look at the defense. A couple of newcomers to the Giants. Andrew McCutchen will get to start in right field, the former Pirate in right. Evan Longoria at third base, the former Ray, getting to start at third base. Buster Posey, normally the catcher, he will get to start at first base. Nick Hundley will do the catching this afternoon. And Pastime blocking his last outing against the Dodgers. He pitched well, 5 innings, 3 hits. He did have 3 walks in the outing, 3 strikeouts, but did not give up a run. He did earn the win. They won that game 1-0.
We are ready for action. Giants back home after splitting 4-game set in LA against arch rival, the Dodgers. First pitch of the ball game is ball 1 to D. Gordon. Ted Barrett, crew chief, he's got balls and strikes. Lance Barksdale, the umpire at first. Roberto Ortiz at second. Will Little is at third. D. Gordon showing bunt. Still get a tickle when I think back to his home run the other day, his Griffey-esque follow through and trot down to first base, and did a little bit of Ricky coming around third too. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he dropped the bat like Junior used to do, a little hop at home plate. He knew he was able to get all of it. His first home run on the year. I thought one of the greatest things, and I didn't notice it at the time, Dave. I saw it later on when they were showing the highlights and replays, but after he hit the home run, he was in the dugout, obviously very animated, full of energy. And it was Marco Gonzalez who was screaming right along with him. So the teammates were there. It was a great shot. Everybody excited about the home run, and the Mariners were out in front.
Scott Service always talking about loves the attitude, loves the swag that he brings, puts it in play. Crawford knows he's got to hurry, and he boots it. Mariners have the first man aboard. They knew he had to hurry.
And they'll give him a base hit, an infield hit, and I think that you can see why anything that's going to be the backhand side on the infield is going to be a difficult play for any shortstop to make. Brandon Crawford, the shortstop today for the Giants.
D put it in play, and now we get a look at Gene Segura, who hit an even .300 last year. For D. Gordon, that hit number 5 here in the early season. Segura 3 for 12, driven in a couple of runs. Mariners traveled down here yesterday, coming off Easter Day win 5-4 over Cleveland, taking the series 2-1. Straight up in the infield. Oh, that's a beauty. That is a beauty. Segura beats it out. First 2-minute aboard. National League playing a little small ball here.
Maybe that was a little D. Gordon also. We didn't see Gene Segura bunt too much last year, but this is a perfect bunt down the line. He runs well, and a great situation for the Mariners early. Perfect bunt. A lot of speed on the bases right now.
Well, it works out well because you're bringing up a hot hitter and future Hall of Famer Robbie Cano, 6 for 10 with an RBI. Again, no Nelson Cruz. Hopefully we'll see him when we get back for the home series. Next homestand opening with Houston.
Well, at home, you mentioned the 6 for 10. Robbie also had a couple of doubles, was able to split the gap in right center field. It is 421 feet to right center field in this ballpark. Segura will score if he's able to reach that mark.
That's triples alley, no question. Wind blowing out towards right. almost a full house here at AT&T. 1-0 here to Robbie. Breaking ball outside. There's a look at the wind, and such a picturesque park right here on the bay.
Beautiful day. I think it's going to be around 60 degrees this afternoon.
It's 62 as we speak. Robbie ahead here 2-0. There's a strike from Ty Block, 27 years old, out of Creighton University, the same university that produced Mariner manager Scott Service. 5th round pick back in 2012 of the Giants of Scott. Another Creighton Blue Jay. Scott was very proud of his Creighton Blue Jay basketball team. He says, hey, we're one of the teams that beat Villanova this year. 2-1 pitch. Oh, good rip. Came up empty. 2-2.
Yeah, his best fastball so far at 91 miles an hour again. Saw the breaking ball. He'll use that a little bit more against the left-handers. Very good changeup.
Deep back safely. Brandon Crawford keeping him close. Block last year with the Giants in 34 games, 24 starts. Went 8-12. A 4.78 ERA. Giants home opener, 19th season here at AT&T Park, and celebrating their 60th year after leaving the Polo Grounds in Upper Manhattan in New York City. 2-2. Off speed pitch misses, full count to Cano.
Now we've seen the curveball from him a couple of times now. To the right-hander, he'll use his changeup more, as you see Mitch Haniger waiting on deck. Mitch off to a great start, hitting cleanup because again Nelson Cruz on the disabled list. Hopefully a speedy recovery for him. Need to get him back in the lineup as soon as possible.
Good wheels out there. Gordon at second, Segura at first, 3-2 to Robbie. Taken for ball 4. The bases are loaded. So when you come to this ballpark, it's kind of difficult to play home run derby.
Well, it is. You can see how difficult. Toughest ballpark to hit the ball out of. Doesn't happen very often. We mentioned it's 421 right center field gap. The wind typically will blow in. Today's blowing across left to right. And the Mariners at home did a lot of their scoring with the home run, and that included a couple of home runs from Mitch Haniger.
Haniger feeling real good about things right now as he looks at ball 1. Mariners with a first inning threat. Infield hit, a gorgeous bunt down the third base line, and a walk to load him up. Get off in a good foot here in this first road game. Diffuse the energy in this crowd too. There's a strike. 1-1.
Yeah, borderline strike, probably just above the belt. Poor Block in his outing against the Dodgers. 5 innings. He threw 81 pitches. Already 16 pitches here in the first without an out.
1-1 pitch. Foul back. Oh man, he'd like that one back.
And a good aggressive swing on a fastball. You can see right on the inside corner.
Boy, when you dream of opening day, it's this kind of weather day. Big crowd, a lot of excitement.
Great ceremony again before the game.
Oh, man, they brought out some names too. Pitch. Swung on, that'll get down. Let him run. Here comes Gordon. Segura rounding third. He's going to score. Cano coming to third. He'll hold there. Mitch Haniger drives in 2, and the Mariners have an early lead. Mitch Haniger picking up RBIs 4 and 5. It's his 6th hit. He's 6 for 9. He's on fire.
We talked about Mitch being hot, and with Nelson out, he moved into the cleanup spot on Sunday. Right back there again today, and a good changeup up out over the plate. 81 miles an hour. Does a nice job of recognizing it. Barrels it up. Line drive into the gap. Almost turned it into a double. He got it about halfway down to second base. Had to put on the brakes. But drives in a couple of runs.
That is a great start to the road season here for the Mariners. Outstanding. Kurt Young, the pitching coach, just paid a visit. Former pitching coach, a long-time pitching coach, and got 3 rings here, Dave Rigetti, who you know from back near Yankee.
Great to see him today.
Yeah, up here in the GM booth. Here's Kyle Seager, caught up with him at the cage, and congratulations on your first hit. He said, yep, nice to get lucky every now and then. Got a bad hot base hit, scored a run. But he said, this isn't, as you know, he's struggled a lot in April. So this isn't like past years when I couldn't find my swing. I feel good about it.
Well, every now and then you have to get a break, and we were talking about sometimes the toughest hit to get is that first one of the season, and for Kyle it was a bad hop, but you'll take it. The other thing with Kyle too, against left-handers, that's an area he's really improved since 2012, left on left. So left-handed hitter against left-handed pitcher, nobody has hit more home runs than Kyle Seager over that time. He has 53 home runs since 2012 against lefties.
It's a great ring to it. He's 1-1 here. 2-1 to Kyle. Black having his issues here.
Well, he's really struggling with his breaking ball and trying to throw it for a strike. He's missed with it a couple of times, so that's a good sign for the Mariners. Don't let him get settled in.
Get a lead, get it early. 2-1 pitch. 3-1.
Again, right here for Kyle. Can handle the fastball. He'll look for something that's middle of the plate, probably up, elevated a little bit for him. Ryan Healy waiting on deck.
3-1 pitch to Seager. Well, he tried to splash one out there in the bay.
And that's what he should do. 3-1 count. Good aggressive swing on a fastball right at the top of the strike zone, probably just above the belt. They want something that he can hit in the air. Pretty good pitch.
Seager coming into this at bat 1 for 10. Trying to build off of that hit, first hit the other day. Pitch. Swirled it. Keep the at bat alive.
Pretty good pitch too. It looked like a changeup on the outside corner. There you can see it on the tracer. Located well, so Kyle was able to foul it off. We didn't get a better pitch to hit, something more in the middle of the plate.
Cano at third. Haniger, good runner. He's at first. 3-2 pitch. Up the middle. That'll work. Base hit. Cano scores. Haniger will hold at second. 3-0 Mariner lead. Second RBI for Kyle Seager. Second hit here in the early season.
And out of the dugout, guys are hustling down to the bullpen. They're going to try to get somebody loose. Good at bat for Kyle. Worked himself into a really good count. Had a fastball that he missed. Was able, again, talking about the changeup, fouled it off so he could get this pitch, which was in the middle of the plate. And he hits it right back up the middle to pick up an RBI.
He's down on the field during BP, and I was talking to a couple of people. I said, you know what? This is a good series for Ryan Healy to break out. He's 0 for 11.
He's comfortable in the Bay Area, right?
Absolutely. He was across the way. Reyes down there. Reyes Moranta is heating up. 1-0 to Healy. Healy 0 for 3 against Block. You get off to a start like this, and you know you're a proven hitter. You get a little jumpy, don't you?
I think more than anything, you just want to get it out of the way, right? And especially when you're the new guy on the team. Everybody knows that he hit 25 home runs last year, hit 271. He's going to hit this year, but you like to get that first one out of the way, and the longer it takes, the tougher it gets.
1-1, couple of men aboard. This one popped up. It's going to get out of play.
I think I started one year, I was 0 for 14, and it seemed like 0 for 50.
Struggle to get to sleep at night, I'll bet.
Well, that first week was a little difficult, but you work your way through it. It's part of it.
Yeah, right? Yes, indeed.
We like to see everybody get a couple of hits the first couple of days, but it doesn't work that way. He'll be fine.
Check the box.
Yeah, he'll be just fine. Just keep fighting.
Nobody out. 3 runs in, 2 runners on. Good situation here. 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Haniger, good speed at second. Seager average at first. Here's one going the other way. Base hit. Here comes Haniger rounding third. He's going to score, and the Mariners continue to build, and they got the runner on the backside, and they get Seager. He's gunned down 9-6. Got a little greedy.
I think he stumbled when he came around second, and when he was going to stop to go back, he fell to the ground and wasn't able to get back in time. We'll take a look at it. Inside out swing, just fights the fastball off, probably middle in, finds the hole on the right side. The good news is a run will score as Haniger comes around to score. Ryan picks up his first base hit and his first RBI. You see Kyle right there, not sure if he was going to go, stumbles a little bit, and that cost him.
First out of the inning. Brings up Guillermo Heredia, 0 for 2 in limited action, coming in off the bench a couple of times in the series against Cleveland. So Ryan Healy checking in with his first base hit and RBI as a Mariner. 4-0 lead. And Guillermo counting his favorite 2-0.
Ichiro started all 3 games at home. Finally run into a left-hander, so Heredia himself 2 or 3 at bats, maybe 4 at bats today.
2-0 pitch. 3-0. No tie block out of Denver, Colorado, struggling mightily here.
See it, 32 pitches here in the inning and just the 1 out.
.30 to Guillermo. Takes a strike. Already a .249 hitter, 123 games last year, 6 homers and 24 runs batted in. There's a 3-1. Put in play. Crawford goes to Panic over to Posey. They don't get the double play. 6-4 fielder's choice, 2 down.
We'll take a look at Heredia. Runs well. That's the reason why he was able to beat this out. Pretty good turn overall. Panic looked like he had a little bit of trouble getting it out of his glove. Heredia beats it out.
So Heredia at first with 2 outs. David Freitas, the catcher, batting in the 8-hole. 1 for 4. A base hit on Sunday. Got a double to the right center field gap over the head of right fielder Lonnie Chisenhall. Bouncing ball to Crawford. Goes to Panic. Good start for the Mariners. 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors and a man left. Great start. 4-0, and Marco Gonzalez to take the mound when we get back. Explosive first inning for the Mariners. Mitch Haniger right in the middle of it. A 2-run single. His 6th hit. He's 6 for 9 out of the gate here in 2018. Let's take a look at the Giant lineup for today.
The Giants have struggled so far here in the early going. Hopefully that will continue. Hitting second in the lineup, though, Joe Panik. You want to be careful with him. A 400 average, a couple of home runs for Panik. Hitting second. Andrew McCutchen, 1 for 16. So the former Pirate struggling, hitting third in the lineup. And then Evan Longoria hitting 5th in the lineup, 0 for 15. So combined 1 for 31 for those two newcomers here to the Giants. The Giants have struggled with runners in scoring position, hitting 1 for 28 runners in scoring position. It's been difficult. Marco Gonzalez, you can see his numbers from last year, 32 strikeouts over 11 walks. Again, finally healthy, good fastball, 92 to 94. You'll see his cut fastball quite a bit, mixing a two-seamer, the great changeup, and the breaking ball.
We are ready. Austin Jackson, former Mariner, leading off. That first pitch strike from Marco Gonzalez. Pride of Gonzaga University. Terrific hitter, was a first baseman. Won the Ola Root Award, best all-around or two-way player. And two-time conference player of the year.
And he has a good changeup right there. The changeup at the bottom of the strike zone. Quickly ahead. That's what you want to see from Marco. In spring training, he had a couple of outings where he struggled a little bit with his fastball command in the first inning. Once he was able to get out of the first, he settled down. And hopefully with the lead here early on, he had a chance to sit around in the dugout and watch the guys score some runs for him. He can command the strike zone right away. Should be in pretty good shape.
Austin Jackson, part of the 14 to 15 seasons with the Mariners, hit combined 257, 8 home runs, and 52 runs batted in. You remember he caught the final out of the Iwakuma no-hitter against Baltimore August 12th of 2015. Here we go, 2-2 to the leadoff man for the Giants. Center field, D. Gordon backing up a little bit, got the glasses on, got some carry there with that ball, flying out towards right field. One away.
Take a look at the rest of the defense. Guillermo already, I mentioned it, getting his first start of the season. He will be in left field. Haniger over and right. Segura and Cano playing up the middle. David Freitas getting his second start. He will do the catching this afternoon.
Joe Panik out of St. John's University. There's Frank Viola and John Franco. Look out! Look out!
That is one of the better throws that we've seen over the years.
No question about that. Ukrainian judge checking in with a good number.
Let's see, 90 feet to first base. Well, that was probably about 110. Pretty good overall. He was just as surprised.
Wow.
Yeah.
Giants won 2 games in LA. 1-0, both on homers by Panik. And at third on the grass is Seager. Shift is on against Joe.
One of the things we talked about at the beginning of the game was how difficult it is to hit the ball out of this ballpark. It might be a little different in today's game. It's a day game, obviously 60 degrees, so it's warming up. And watching Gordon go back on that fly ball, it was really carrying. Looking at the flags, they're blowing straight out now.
That first looked like he had it right at him, can of corn, and then he must have backed up, what, 15, 20 feet?
Yes. Ended up drifting back on it a little bit, so he'll remember that next time the ball is in the air. He'll get behind it, get back a little bit quicker. I think it fooled him because early in the game the wind was blowing left to right, kind of knocking it down. It's changed.
Segura strategically placed. It's 2 away.
There's a good look at it.
19th year for the Giants here in this ballpark as we flew into San Francisco International Airport and we drove by where Candlestick Park used to be. It's late and it's not lamented. There's McCutcheon. 1 for 16. I had to ask him about it. I said, hey, we saw good pitching. We saw good pitching down there.
Well, that's early.
Outstanding player. 10 years with the Buccos, a 279 hitter. MVP in the league.
Yeah, great player for the Pirates.
Bouncing ball here. Seager throws him out. Marco Gonzalez. A sterling start here in the first. 1, 2, 3. Mariners lead at 4-0. Mr. Mays, Mr. McCovey. We saw what Jeffrey Leonard, Robbie Thompson, Felipe Alou,
Kevin Mitchell,
Chris Spire.
Yeah.
One of the great Giants here. Opening day here in San Francisco. Here's Marco Gonzalez. Remember we hit him under the spring.
It was great.
Hey, I've been looking at the calendar. I'm not getting a chance to swing it.
No, I asked him. I said, the way his look is, you're going to start off at a National League ballpark, get a chance to swing the bat, and he lit up. He likes to hit. 4 for 12 in his career, his major league career. A couple of doubles, scored a run. Pretty good hitter in college over at Gonzaga.
311, 2 home runs, 26 RBIs. Back in 2013, Gonzaga.
Look at Jamie Moyer there with a 269 batting average. Aggressive swing. All right.
Put the head in there too. See that?
I wonder how much batting practice he has taken. I guarantee he's been in the cages. Spring training, they would go out early in the morning.
All right. You know he's the leader of the pack. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. First strikeout for Black. First strikeout in the game. One away here in the top of the second. Now make sure you get on board for the 2018 season as a Mariners season ticket holder, whether looking to spend quality time with family and friends or have FaceTime with your employees and clients. Mariners season tickets provide unmatched value and versatility. Visit mariners.com/18 for more info. Second trip through the order. Mariners roughed up. Tied Black in the first inning. 4 runs on 5 hits. Here's D. Gordon dribbler. Foul.
Seems to work out that way more times than not. With D, he hit a ground ball towards the shortstop. Crawford tried to backhand it, rushed it because of D's speed, of course, and ended up getting an infield base hit, and floodgates opened after that. Second time he's shown bunt. He also he was able to show bunt his first time up. Something we saw him do a lot in spring training.
Fun guy to watch, and he has energized this ball club. I know the manager can't say enough about him, that's for sure. Nice hop for Buster Posey. 2 down. Abraham Gene Segura laid down a bunt himself down the third base lineup. Beautiful thing.
Smart play. Longoria, again, the third baseman for the Giants. Very good defensive third baseman, but he is not one to play all the way in front of the bag onto the grass. He will dare you to bunt on him. And for Segura, he bunted it down the line. The pitcher blocked. Someone that had to field it, and he was able to beat it out for a hit. And see how far back he is.
Yeah. 10 years with the Rays. Face of that franchise for most of those years. Long run here. Panic. Right fielder. McCutcheon.
And you can see it right there. The bullpen's just in foul territory, so the outfielders, the left fielder and the right fielder, have to pay attention when they're running over to the sidelines. If they don't run up over that mound, get themselves hurt.
Same situation anymore. We see over in Oakland.
Yes.
Maybe the only two left like that. There are not many. Tampa Bay has it like that.
Yeah, Tampa.
1-1. Breaking ball. Blows it right by Longoria. Pence tracking it down. Gene digging for two. Cruises in with a two-out double here in the second inning. 2 for 2 day.
One of the nice things about playing early in the season, Gene came into the game hitting .250 with a couple of RBIs. So now 2 for 2. Batting average taking a jump. You can take a look at the breaking ball. That would have been down out of the strike zone. We've talked about it with him. Tremendous hand-eye coordination. He's a very good bad ball hitter. That might have been a ball down, but he'll pick up the double. So he hits it past Longoria. It was a lot of fun to watch. And yes, he will hit the baseball from line to line. Terrific hitter. It'll be fun to watch him and Gordon both at the top of the lineup all year.
Talked about that during the caravan and whatnot back in January. People wanted to know about, thoughts on that combination. Well, you're seeing it. It's good stuff. In the dirt to Cano, walked and scored in the first.
Well, I know that they're missing some regulars. You don't have Gamble and Zunino and now Nelson Cruz, but I think that for short periods of time they're going to be fine offensively. They scored a bunch of runs last year. It was a big improvement for them, and the team just ended up getting better with Gordon and Healy now in the lineup also with the rest of the guys.
Crawford takes his time, throws out Cano, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. To the home second. Mariners 4-0 over the Giants. Oh, there we go. Edgy, thank you very much. Buster Posey, Evan Longoria, and Hunter Pence. Pete Gordon taking care of some business out on the warning track. Just something had fallen. Just took care of it.
Good first inning for Marco Gonzalez. A couple ground ball outs, a fly out. Only threw 11 pitches.
First pitch to Buster is 4 for 13. It's in there for a strike.
Slow breaking ball. We don't see that much from Marco. Typically, you mentioned his fastball, 92 to 94, two-seamer, cutter, and a changeup.
1-1 to count.
Now Stottlemyre. I asked him, because we mentioned it, Tommy John surgery a few years ago, and last year he came back from that, and I asked Mel in spring training if there were going to be any restrictions on Marco Gonzalez as far as pitch count, innings, any of that. He said no. He said he's healthy, and he likes the way he's throwing the baseball. Now that he's been able to mix that cutter to go in with the good fastball and changeup, they're going to turn him loose.
Yeah, to that point, yeah, Scott Service said if he gets to 100, he gets to 100. Let's see.
Yeah.
2-1. Pretty good pitch there. Took a lot off.
Another good changeup. And I like that, and I like Marco's attitude. I've mentioned it during spring training, but for Marco, he was on the caravan with me. He and Mike Margema both, and they did a terrific job, especially when we went into the schools and some of the hospitals. They did an outstanding job with all of that. But talking to Marco, he said at the end of last year when he hit 94, he was really proud of that, by the way, and he should be.
That's right.
Coming back from Tommy John.
Right field. As he played Haniger one away. It's hat hair, but in the best possible way. Friday, April 13th, Ben Gamel Cap Night, free to the first 15,000 fans. And it's a one-of-a-kind cap that includes long locks, just like the Mariners outfielder. Tickets, they're available at mariners.com. And Ben expected to get the start Thursday when Tacoma opens up its season. Next day or two, it'll be Erasmo Ramirez. Erasmo Ramirez will be throwing, and Mike Zunino will be catching him.
Evan Longoria off to a tough start, 0 for 15 overall, but with Marco talking to him this winter.
Down the line. Foul ball.
But he went out to play catch one morning with Mike Margema. We were waiting to catch the bus to move on to the next school. And
how cold was it?
It was cold. We were over in Eastern Washington. The wind was blowing, which was an interesting thing for me, knowing what he had gone through. And I talked to him about it. He was just playing long catch. But he said he's to the point. He said at the end of the year when he hit 94 is when he stopped worrying about whether his arm was going to hurt anymore. That's a big hurdle to get over. And then I started talking to him a little bit more about his changeups and things, and the confidence that he was exuding and excitement about coming to camp, and at that time trying to win a job.
Right.
Obviously he's there. I felt pretty good just about where he was at confidence-wise and what he was capable of doing. And you have to remember, this is a former first-round pick. So it has the potential to be a really big pickup by Jerry. Jerry DiPoto getting him last year.
I'll tell you what, he has no bigger advocate than Jerry DiPoto, that's for sure, because listening to Jerry do his Wheelhouse podcast with Aaron Goldsmith, and the times we've had a chance to talk to him, glowing things to say about what this kid has in front of him. 2-2 to Longoria. Bouncing ball. Here's Segura taking his time. Loads up. Throws him out. 2 down.
Good play all the way around. Kyle Seager ended up cutting in front of him a little bit. And that's what you need to do as a third baseman. If you have the opportunity to get to the ground ball first, you try to take it away from him, because obviously it'll be a shorter throw. But Kyle wasn't able to get there. And sometimes as the shortstop goes, he'll almost run into you, but Segura gave him plenty of room and then was able to make the play easily, knowing that Longoria does not run well.
Here's Hunter Pence, 4 for 14. By the way, with that ground out, Longoria goes to 0 for 16. Four nothing Mariners, big first inning. Haniger drove in 2, Seager and Healy with RBIs.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, and we talked about the struggles for the Giants. Again, 1 for 28 so far this year, hitting with runners in scoring position. You consider the Mariners already 3 for 4 today. And a number of guys, McCutchen now 1 for 17, Longoria. Let's keep it that way for a couple of days, because you know it's going to change.
Absolutely. Whoa, look out. Piece of the bat went down the third baseline. We'll see the Giants again July 24-25 in Seattle.
I was watching the Giants take batting practice today, and watching Hunter Pence was a lot of fun. He is unique. He doesn't do things like you would normally see. You can see him choking up right now. This is batting stance overall, and the way that he goes about his business. The one batting glove, but A very good player.
All angles, all hustle.
Yes.
He's been a heck of a player. 2 outs, nobody on, and a 1-2 pitch coming from Gonzalez. And that one goes right off of David Freitas. Hunter Pence's 7th year with the Giants, came over in 2012, 2014 All-Star, World Series winner. 5 years in Houston, 2 years an All-Star down there, 2 years he played in Philly.
He brings a lot of energy to this ball club. Was it David Freitas on the homestand that was hit in the back of the head with the follow-through? Was it David that ended up getting hit?
I think it was, because Mike Margima took one on the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because of the hockey helmet. Right. That's who it was. 1-2. Boy, lollipop that baby up there at 79.
Yeah, it was Francisco Lindor. Remember Lindor's reaction? To hold him up right away.
Right.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a great move by Lindor. Very compassionate.
Yeah. Obviously an accident, but I want to make sure he was okay, and he was able to stay in the game, no problem.
Wasn't that great when Lindor and Diaz are good buddies, and Diaz struck him out? That was something. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Marco brings up his first K of the afternoon in 2 really good innings here. He's got a 4-0 lead in San Francisco. By Safeco Insurance, find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting the soulful R&B of Robin Thicke, April 14th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Life out on the Bay. There's a look at the Bay Bridge. 4-0 Mariners. Great start. 4 runs, 5 hits in the first inning against Ty Block. And here's a guy that played it the first 2 runs, Mitch Haniger. The base hit to left on a 1-2 pitch. Scored Gordon and Segura. Seager and Healy followed with RBIs.
A lot of good at-bats in the first inning. Patient at-bats. Mitch ended up getting a pitch up out over the plate that he could handle and lined it into left center field to drive in the first couple of runs.
Put the shift on for Mitch with second baseman Panic on the left side. Ball 2-2-1.
Robinson Cano before him ended up working a walk, taking a lot of pitches. Kyle Seager ended up working the count full to pick up a base hit. Ryan Healy, his first hit. A lot of good things.
Backing up is Austin Jackson. That looked like a regular pop-up, and again the wind current took him right to the wall. Wow. Wrap up this 2-game set tomorrow. Time for our Century Link What's Next. Be on the air at 3:30. We get Felix Hernandez against Johnny Cueto.
That will be entertaining.
Exactly. That's where I'm going. What's your over/under on shimmy shakes and quick pitches?
They'll match each other. That's why it'll be entertaining. Felix, he was terrific in his first outing. That was great to see. He really pitched well. And was somewhat limited on his pitch count. He was able to get through 5+ and looked really good.
Big lift for himself. Big lift for the ball club. Yeah, he came down with the injury. We got hit by the line drive by Caratini. But boy, there's a lot of doubt coming in, and I even saw one of the sound bites. He said a lot of people were doubting me coming into this season, but I'm back.
Yeah, it's great to have him back and have him healthy. We talked a lot about it last year when he was injured. I think he had 16 starts last year. And it's not just the every 5th day that you miss him, which is a lot. You miss him a lot on those days, but it just brings so much to the ball club. And
presence. He's a big presence guy.
And I think where things are at right now with the rotation, and it really sets up well for him to be at the top of it and take the ball every 5th day. It takes a lot of pressure off of everybody else. He's used to dealing with it. So it was good to see him go out and pitch well in the first outing and get a win.
2-2 to Seager. Got a second hit of this season. RBI single to center. And the second RBI in that first at bat. Good shift on for him. Wind blowing straight out. Hit it hard past Chris Prieto, first base coach. Boy, those flags, yes indeed, straight out. No Nelson Cruz for at least the next 10 days or so. Right ankle sprain. But I've loved to have seen him get at least one at bat in these two ball games. A solid smash. Seager, as he said before the game, I feel good about my swing, and that's a good example right there. His second hit, he's 2 for 2 today.
I saw a lot of this in spring training. Kyle basically staying in the middle of the field, and he does it again. Also talked about how much he's improved against left-handed pitching since 2012. More home runs than any other left-handed hitter with 53, but a couple of base hits here today. He's also picked up an RBI.
Brings up Ryan Healy, base hit to right and an RBI. His first Mariner hit and run batted in.
You know, I think, Dave, it's days like today where you really get a good idea on just how deep this lineup is going to be. And that is without Nelson and Gamble and Mike Zunino. And they certainly miss all of those guys, and it'll be great to have them back. But it's just a tough lineup to work your way through top to bottom.
Ground ball Crawford. The panic for one, and they do get the 6-4-3 double play to end the top of the third. 4-0 Mariners. 4-0. And make sure you cheer on the team, then round your way to home with a Sound Transit Day Pass. Learn more at soundtransit.org. Beautiful day here at the Bay. Today, tomorrow, here at AT Park. There's some Mariner fans out there. We've seen a bunch around the ballpark. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. This is, you talked to Mike Krukow and Dwayne Kuiper, outstanding TV broadcasters for the Giants. Here's Nick Hundley. He's playing the first pitch, and every time I see Kuip, we want to swap you guys, want to swap Denver out for you guys and get you in the National League.
He's been saying that for years.
We want to come to your place 3 times, and you come here 3 times. Nothing against Denver. Love Seattle. Bottom third of the order, Nick Hundley, Brendan Crawford, Ty Block, the pitcher. Marco Gonzalez, 6 up, 6 down with a strikeout. Up and into Nick Hundley. And we've seen plenty during his time with the San Diego Padres.
And Marco now at 30 pitches overall, 19 strikes for him.
It's 3-1 to Hundley. 0 for 1. Barely going here this season. Sager vacuums it up.
One of the keys was for Marco to stay away from walks. And sometimes you fall behind the count. 3-1 count, just throws him a fastball right down the middle. Only squares it up. Picaro was ready and just jumped. Perfect.
Here's Brendan Crawford, the shortstop. Crawford on their 14 and 16 World Championship teams. Made the All-Star team in 2015. 2 years ago, led the league in triples with 11.
3 straight Gold Gloves for him.
Yeah, good player. Eighth year in the big leagues, all with the Giants. 4th round pick out of UCLA back in 08. Ground ball, Cano. 2 down.
4th ground ball out. Out of the 8 batters that he's faced so far. Another good sign. Marco staying at the bottom of the strike zone.
So 8 up, 8 down, brings up the pitcher. Ty Block is 0 for 2 this season in his career at 50 at bats, a .240 hitter with a homer and 7 runs batted in.
Well, he can swing it a little bit. Have to be careful with him. Make some quality pitches, he'll get them out.
Unlike most pitchers, he does look hitterish up there. We'll give him that.
You mentioned it. 50 at bats, hitting .240. That's pretty strong with a home run.
Yeah,
that's pretty strong.
.1-0 pitch. Count evens. Out of Denver to Aurora, went to high school in Aurora, Colorado. Regis Jesuit. 2-1 count here. Two-one pitch. And Marco slowed it down. Here's the first hit of the ball game given up by Marco Gonzalez by Ty Block, and you know that's going to stick in his craw. All right, I give up a hit. I got to give it up to the other pitcher, and I'm a good hitter.
You have to wonder what he's thinking about it. He'll be upset about that, or thinking he needs to check in with a base hit himself.
Oh, there's no question.
But a solid base hit back up the middle. Fortunately, the ball did not hit Marco. Good effort by Segura. Try to keep it on the infield.
Again, the second time through the order now. Austin Jackson flat out to center. Austin with Cleveland last year. That low ball one. Austin 85 games with the Tribe last year. 318, 7 homers, 35 runs batted in. There's that changeup, 79. He's been hitting that number with some regularity here. Nice work.
Well, when you talk to him, he will tell you right away that his changeup is best off-speed pitch, and he'll throw it, and he'll throw it a lot, throw it on any count. That's why getting that cut fastball back was so important to him, especially to the right-handers.
Seager goes short way. The hit by the opposing pitcher. Probably going to bother Marco for a couple seconds. He'll get over it. He's got a 4-0 lead. Angie and Bill, thank you very much. Guillermo Heredia, bottom third of the order here against Ty Block. Strike one. Heredia, Freitas, and Gonzalez. Top of fourth. There's Guillermo checking in with his first hit of the spring.
A chance to pick up a couple of at-bats during the homestand late in games. A couple times he came in for defense, pinch hit another time. We'll take a look at this swing. Fastball in on his hands, but he's able to get the barrel to it. So for him, it's good timing for him to get in the lineup and get 3 or 4 at-bats. It's tough, especially when you're a younger player taking those 0 for 1s to give him a chance to play a little bit. So it's good to see him get that base hit.
0 for 1 for David Freitas. Skies this one. Right field, Andrew McCutcheon. All right, here's Mark Marco Gonzalez struck out looking first time up.
Well, I know that there's an out, but we'll see how they want to play it. He said he can swing the bat, and he can, but they may have him bunt right here.
Longoria in on the grass, a couple steps at third. Guillermo Heredia, not a base stealer, but he can run. Bunt and a good one.
There you go. Help yourself out. You'll pick up a run with a couple of outs.
So 2 down, runner in scoring position. Let's see if D. Gordon can pick him up. Truly one of the most beauteous things in baseball, a 2-out RBI.
Tough to get.
Yeah.
But you turn the lineup over, and D's been a hot hitter.
D with a infield hit and a ground out today. Brosh is coaching at third. Chris Prieto at first for the Mariners. 0-1 here to Gordon. And he's got to go to work.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch. And you can see it on the trace. It's just perfect. Split the outside corner.
Ted Barrett, home plate umpire, has been pretty consistent so far.
He's a good umpire.
Yep.
Veteran, been around for a long time.
Crew chief. Dismisses D with on 3 pitches, stranding a runner at second. We go to the home fourth. Giants will have 2, 3, 4 coming up in their order. Visit steeldealers.com and buy Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. One of the iconic looks in the US of A, the Golden Gate Bridge, as we welcome you back to San Francisco. First of 2 here, City by the Bay. The organist did play I Left My Heart in San Francisco. I said, now the visit is official. It's been a pregame. I feel a lot better. If I can hear the Tony Bennett version, I don't even kick it over the top more.
Maybe tomorrow.
Joe Panic grounded out to short. Shift on against Joe.
We'll take a look at the defense, and he hit it right to Segura over on the right side of the infield. The defense was perfect.
Gonzalez retired the first 8 men that he faced, then gave up a 2-1 pitch, a base hit up the middle by Ty Block, the pitcher, and then got a ground ball to end the third. 1 strikeout and 1 walk. No walks at all. Back in the count here.
Which is something that I wanted to see from him again in spring training. He had good stuff all spring. Had a great spring overall, but the first inning was a little bit difficult for him commanding his fastball. That was not the case at all today.
This one hit well, right field, and Haniger's going to watch it leave. Joe Panik with his third home run of this young season. It's 4-1 Mariners. Joe hit 2 down in LA. That's all the Giants needed to win a couple of games. Joe Panik out of Yonkers, New York.
They won both of those games 1-0. And he puts them on the scoreboard again. We talked about the Giants and their struggles, but he was the one guy that we circled, the hot hitter in the lineup. And for Marco, that looks like a changeup. 84 miles an hour, just missed his location badly with it and ended up paying to a hot hitter in Joe Panik. 84 miles an hour on the changeup.
Joe with that base hit is 7 for 17 with 3 homers. There's McCutchen. One out to McCutchen. A late swing there. A couple of big adds to this ball club. Veteran presence. Andrew McCutchen, Evan Longoria. Longoria 0 for today, 0 for 16. McCutchen 1 for 17. McCutchen 9 years in Pittsburgh. 2013 MVP, hit .317, 21 homers and 84 runs batted in. They had 5 All-Star teams. Member of the Buckos. 2-1 pitch. Looks really late. Marco taking advantage of it. 2-2.
Looks like a good cut fastball underneath his hands. Gets him to swing right over the top of it.
Two and two with Buster Posey on deck. Got on top of that. Got it past the diving Kyle Seager. And McCutchen with his second hit is a giant. I'll bring up Buster Posey. Saturday, April 14th marks the 16th annual Salute to Armed Forces Night at Safeco Field. Make sure you join us for a special pregame ceremony. Begins at 5:30. Plus, thanks to Boeing, the first 15,000 fans are going to receive a Mariners military cap. Visit mariners.com for tickets.
A base hit to McCutchen. Another changeup that was up out over the plate. So Marco able to keep his changeup down the first 3 innings, but he's elevated a couple of times here in the 4th.
So a home run and a single. Here's Posey, flied out to right. Giants have their own injury problems. We were talking about the Mariners. Madison Bumgarner out, broken pinky finger, left hand. Took a liner off the bat of KC's Whit Merrifield back on March 22nd, so he's out for a while. And Jeff Samardzija out with a right pectoral injury strain. Injuries abound here in baseball in the early going. 0-1. Broken bat. There's Segura, scoop to Cano, and there's your double play. Two down.
Well, this is quick and easy. Marco shatters his bat. It's a routine ground ball, but Segura gets rid of it. And Robbie makes it look really easy all the time. Nice double play.
Guys were asking me about how's Cano. I said, well, we're going to Hall of Fame. And I said, you know, watching him every day has really been a treat. And, you know, you think about the new rules, he can't kill anybody at second base. I mean, he was getting it done even with those rules in play. Now it just makes it so much easier for him. And he's got such a rocket of an arm and tremendous accuracy. It really is. It's even more fun to watch. Good pitch there by Marco to get ahead. 0-2 on Longoria, grounded out to short.
Much better changeup. Nice adjustment. That one was down and away from him.
2 outs, nobody on. 0-2 to Longoria.
And you're right about Robbie too. You can go back 7, 8 years ago when guys would try to take you out and you couldn't touch them.
No way.
No.
And with that arm coming, he protect himself coming down from underneath. You have a tendency to bail to right field if you can.
I think the difficult thing about second base is when they're taking that throw and they have their back to the runner. But the really good ones have a real sense and feel for one where the runner's at and which side of the base they're going to try to take him out on, and you miss them every single time.
Excellent point, because in my entire life following baseball, I've always admired guys who could do that.
Yeah, and not all of them can.
Correct. Three balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball, center field, backing up D on the track. Jump and makes the catch. D. Gordon, people were asking, what's that transition like? He's made the transition. It's done. He's a center fielder. He's been getting it done for the Mariners in spring training. And here in the early going, 4-1 Mariners. Bay. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Great start for the Mariners. They got 4 runs on 5 hits in the first inning. Got a 4-1 lead. Marco Gonzalez has looked really good on the mound. Segura, Cano, Haniger here in the 5th. Two for 2 day for Gene. Laid down a bunt first inning and doubles down into the left field corner in the second inning. Gene didn't like that. He jackknifed that out of the way. Ted Barrett's got balls and strikes. Block working at a brisk pace now. 1-2 strikes. Little number. Panic's not going to get it. The hit machine, 3 for 3. Gene, the hit machine, 5th inning, gets everything started for the Mariners. A Built for Baseball presented by T-Mobile, the best network for streaming baseball, because your stadium should be where you make it. Look at that day here in San Francisco, looking out on the bay, AT Park, 19th year. Warriors' new home down the street a spell. Be open in the 2020 campaign. This one pulled foul by Cano. Walked and scored and bounced out to short. Robbie 6 for 11 with an RBI so far in the early going. Girl will get you some bags.
I love the bunt base hit today. It's perfect.
Tell you what, between Gene and D, we've seen more high-quality bunts in the last 6 weeks than we've seen probably in 11 years.
It'll be interesting to see if you can have your number 1 and number 2 hitter both end up with 200 hits this year.
I will sign that document. Thank you very much.
That would be a lot of fun, especially with that guy Robinson Cano hitting behind him.
Hopefully get it.
Ichiro, of course, made a career out of getting 200 hits this season.
His middle name. Go to Baseball Reference, everybody, and see how many numbers you have in black next to under Ichiro's page. Good lead by Segura. 1-1 pitch. Snap throw, gets back. Love the way base stealers just totally try to get into the mindset, into the mind of a pitcher, throw off his rhythm and everything. Mariners have a chance to get a season full of that.
Best ever at it was right across the bay.
3 times an A, Ricky Henderson. They had a great ceremony where they introduced 50 years of A's Oakland athletic baseball, and they brought back a whole bunch of guys. 72, 3, 4, a lot of those guys. You know,
sorry I missed it. That would have been fun.
Fingers, Ricky, Vital Blue was there, and he was here earlier today. Pitched for both teams. That was a great career. Vital Blue. Stephen Vogt made the 50 years Oakland A's team because he was a huge favorite. We used to see that all the time. He sent in a video message, as did Mark McGuire and a whole bunch of other guys. Canseco showed up, and he looks absolutely hammered, ripped, big body again. Or still, I should say again. Robbie 2-2 now. Mariners going through life without the boomstick for the next 10 days. Speedy recovery, ankle injury to Nelly. 2-2. Breaking ball the other way. Long run, Pence. He will not get it. Gene motoring. Getting to third. He'll score. RBI double Robbie Cano and a 5-1 Seattle lead here in San Francisco. Cano with his second RBI. And it's his 7th hit here in the first week of play.
Tough day to be in the outfield. Slicing fly ball. Pence was all the way over into left center field, not able to get there, and crashes onto the warning track. It'll be a double. Robbie will take it.
Good start to the 5th inning. Single, RBI double brings up Mitch Haniger. First inning delivered a 2-run single to left and a fly out to center. So Robinson Cano is forged ahead of Edgar Martinez in career doubles. Haniger fouls one off. Pitch number 80 here for Ty Block. Way out front is Haniger, 0-2. Cano had a terrific spring, swinging the bat and taking a lot of pitches in the opposite field, and he does it right here.
And he's done that throughout his career. He's one of the few left-handed hitters that you don't see teams shifting against. They're pretty much playing straight up because of that, his ability to hit the ball all over the field. Here comes the 0-2 to Haniger.
Little number back to the pitcher block, throws him out. So Robbie Cano, an RBI double. He stands at second. And this quick visit to San Francisco wraps up tomorrow. Unusual starting time of 3:30 on the air for Root Sports. Terrific pitching matchup. Felix Hernandez against Johnny Cueto. First pitch at about 4:10. .515 career doubles. Moves Robbie Cano one ahead of Edgar Martinez. Seager having a good day. There's Edgar, warmly greeted by former Giants manager Dusty Baker, who just re-signed with the club about a week ago as a consultant. Two-0.
A good count for Kyle. You're looking for a fastball.
Seager an RBI single to center. And a base hit to center field in the third. Good day for him, 2 for 2.
You get a fastball middle in right here. Changeup.
So 3-0, and we've seen Kyle over the years cash in very nicely. As you look at Reyes Moranta heating up again. Second time he's been up.
Yeah, swinging 3-0.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you bet.
Up high, take the base runner with one out, runners at first and second for Ryan Healy. And that's going to do it. There's Bruce Bochy coming out to get his starter. Bochy in his 12th year as manager of the Giants has won 3 World Series titles. His 15th all-time in wins. Back with more after this. Thank you very much. Mariners trying to build on this lead. They already have a run knocked in by Robbie Cano. Here's Ryan Healy. He got his first Mariner hit, RBI single. First inning, bounced into a double play in the third. Way outside from Reyes Moranta, appearing in just his 10th big league game.
It's a pretty good fastball, slider, changeup to go with it.
To 5'11", 241, 25 years old, out of Santiago in the Dominican Republic. And Healy's got him right where he wants him, 2-0 with a chance to do some damage.
See, last year just 7 appearances for him, but he pitched well. 6 2/3, had a 2.7 ERA for opponents at 2.31. He did give up 1 home run.
2-0 pitch, way outside.
Good fastball at 95 miles an hour.
Giants coming off a miserable season too, 64-98. And Healy, 4-pitch walk, loads him up. Cano to third. Seager to second. Healy at first. And Guillermo Heredia picked up his first base hit of the season, leading off in the 4th. Had a chance of making an even bigger day. Ty Black, who started, gave up a 4 spot in the 1st. Gave up a couple of hits here in this inning. And Maranta can't find the plate.
And Block over there is responsible for Cano and Seager.
And Kurt Young quickly out of the dugout to try to provide some guidance and information and inspiration. Good opportunity here for the Mariners with the bases loaded. Mariners got all their first 4 runs in the 1st inning. Added 1 here in the 5th. 2-run Haniger single. RBI singles by Seager and Healy in the 1st. Joe Panik, another home run, his 3rd for the Giants with the San Francisco tally. And thrown a strike. Wind still blowing straight out. Pitch. Slap foul. Boy, if Guillermo can gap shot something, really deliver a knockout blow here in the 5th inning. Bruce Bochy's club. 2-1. Fly ball tracked by Austin Jackson. Scoring easily is Cano. So Heredia picks up a run to make it 6-1. Nicely done. First RBI for Guillermo.
Robbie will score his 2nd run. Good at bat for Heredia. Patient early and gets a fastball out over the plate that he can handle. David Freitas, 0 for 2.
His big league debut last year with the Braves. In the dirt. Hundley keeps him in front.
Mariners so far this afternoon are 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Pitch, Freitas takes strike. Kept men aboard, 2 outs, 2 runs in. Pitch up high. So David Freitas from Wilton, California, Sacramento County, back in his home state. 2-1. The count evens at 2-2. 2 outs, 2 runs in and 2 runners on. Breaking ball hit off the end of the bat.
I'm not expecting to hit it the other way in the air. Austin Jackson, the center fielder, shading towards right. Catching straight up in right field.
Freitas getting a chance to play with Mike Zunino on the shelf. Mike working his way back from an oblique injury. 2-2 pitch inside. Nice save by Hundley.
Pick up a base hit. 3-2 count will help the runner score. Kyle Seager at second base. Take off with the pitch.
Get the merry-go-round rolling right here. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs, 2 on. Pitch, breaking ball, taken for ball 4. They're loaded up again for the pitcher, Marco Gonzalez. 3rd walk this inning, 2nd by Maranta. Here's a big opportunity for Marco.
Strikeout looking, and then has sacrifice bunt.
Strike 1. Big opportunity for Marco and the Mariners. Takes outside, 1-1. Marco's the 8th man to the plate here in the 5th inning. Strike 2. Seager, Healy, and Freitas on the base path. So 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Mariners do strike for 2 on 1-2 hits and leave him loaded. 6-1 Seattle. The Mariners, make sure you enjoy Mariners baseball for less. New this year, 25 BECU value games on select Sundays, weeknights, and holidays. You can save big with select bleacher and view seats for only $15, or main and club seats for $30 for a full lineup. of games, visit mariners.com/value. There's Marco Gonzalez pitching to Hunter Pence, followed by Nick Hundley and Brandon Crawford, 6, 7, and 8 in the order. Pence, a strikeout victim, the only strikeout registered to this point by Marco Gonzalez. Giving up a run on 3 hits. A home run, a leadoff homer by Joe Panik. The right field stands out there. I don't believe it was a splashdown, but it was close.
For Marco, 60 pitches, 37 strikes. And a good changeup today. His fastball's been in the low 90s. Also mixing in a cutter, occasional breaking ball. Good cutter in on his hands, 88 miles an hour.
Very effective pitch.
Well, it was the one thing that he did not have last year. We showed his numbers at the start of the game, and ERA was high. But I don't think it was a true tell of what type of pitcher he was, because he didn't have the cutter, which will help his changeup, which is his best pitch. Now, the good news, he was healthy and he was throwing 94, had a nice month of September. Rolled that into spring training this year. And this appears to be healthy, free and easy, throwing his fastball. That fastball top of the strike zone at 91. On days that he feels really good, he'll touch 94.
Now, Stoudemire Jr., pitching coach, got to like, without a doubt, likes what he sees. A run on 3 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks.
No walks is the key, and I think that's what he's thrilled with right now. And it certainly helps to have some run support, but good outing so far.
Took a little off of that. Here's Segura. Just got him.
Hunter Pence still gets down the line in good shape.
Yeah.
Well, as much closer than I expected it to be. Ball hit back up the middle. Segura playing him to pull, had to range over to his left. Strong throw. He has a great arm. Barely gets him.
Lance Barksdale, first base umpire, a little pirouette to get some momentum. Good stretch by Healy. One out here in the Giants' home 5th. Brings up Nick Hundley, the catcher, lined out hard to Seager, who had to make a leaping grab. And Segura catches that knuckler. About took Robbie's hat off to let it over. Wow.
And for Nick Hundley, a couple of line drives. Hang with him. One at Kyle Seager and that one, and Gene. Well timed. Well, towards the end of the bat, sometimes you'll see the infielders jump a little bit early, but well timed by Gene.
2 outs brings up Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, grounded out to Cano. First time. 6-1 Mariner lead. 4 in the first, 2 in the 5th. Giants got their run in the 4th, a Joe Panik home run, his 3rd. He's got Crawford 0-2.
I think too is when, as a hitter, and you get a chance to see Marco Gonzalez, you understand what he's doing with his changeup. It makes his fastball at 91, 92, especially when it's above the belt. It gets on you in a hurry. We've seen some late swings on his fastball that's been elevated, especially if he pitches inside. They want it back up top again.
Fouled off that 88-mile-an-hour fastball he threw to Pence. Looked like it was a heck of a lot more than that.
And that had some cut on it also. Good movement. Pierce Johnson getting loose in the pen for the Giants.
0-2 pitch here. Tried to paint, didn't miss by too much.
And they tried to run the cut fastball off the outside corner.
Marco retired the first 8 men that he faced, then gave up a 2-out single to Ty Block, who started with the Giants. There's Pierce Johnson. 1-2 to Crawford. Took a lot off. Healy. Marco's a terrific athlete. We've seen him do that in spring training. A 1-2-3 5th. Well done, number 32 at 6-1 Mariners. or more on car insurance. And by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 191, investing in our future. That's a statue of the Dominican dandy Hall of Famer Juan Marichal, number 27 for the San Francisco Giants. Hall of Fame pitcher, never won a Cy Young Award, thanks to Sandy Koufax, among others. Kelby Tomlinson takes over at shortstop, and he'll bat in the 9 spot vacated by Brandon Crawford, and Pierce Johnson will bat 8th. John's out of Arvada, California.
Nicely done, Dave. Our first double switch of the year. No problems there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a culture shock.
See Pierce Johnson last year with Chicago. One appearance.
Here's D. Gordon. D with a infield hit, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Scored a run. Like to see him score about 125 runs this year.
Indeed. Got a chance too. Broken bat, looper. Tomlinson just in the game. They try him out immediately. Base hit.
Tough play. Right into the game. He tries to make a catch over the shoulder. There's some wind and some sun, and worried about the left fielder. Just out of his reach. Another base hit for D. Gordon.
How about the day that the next hitter is having? Talking about Gene Segura, the hit machine is 3 for 3. Bunt, double left field corner, base hit to right. And Gene has scored twice.
That was interesting. First time up when D had the base hit, Gene ended up taking a strike. I think that was just in case D wanted to try to steal. Wonder what he'll do here. Nobody out. And he was going to take a strike again, and now you have to let him hit. I like that, and I think Gene is perfect to hit in that spot to give D a chance to run over the course of the summer, because he's such a good bad ball hitter. He's going to put the ball in play somewhere, and I think giving up a strike every now and then is not going to be a big deal for him, but it can help the club. Good play.
Hundley, a backhand there. 1-1. Six runs on 11 hits for the Mariners, a run on 3 hits for the Giants. D. Gordon's got 2 hits, 3 for Segura. Cano's got a hit, 1 for Haniger, 2 for Seager. Healy checked in with his first. Heredia's got his first hit. Segura signing a long-term contract. He'll be with the Mariners for a while. That's great news. Locked up last season.
Yep, just keep him healthy.
Gordon at first, nobody out. 1-2 pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Gene played in 125 games last year. Hit an even 300. 22 stolen bases, 11 home runs, playing at shortstop. And even when he was playing, I don't think he was completely healthy most of the year. He's dealing with some leg injuries and things like that. I give him a lot of credit for trying to get in the lineup as much as he was able to. You like to see him healthy. It's one of the things that Jerry DiPoto talked about when they first were able to bring Gene Segura over, his ability to run the bases, and had to slow down a little bit last year because of leg injuries.
He was showing a little lean there. Pierce Johnson gets him back.
You wouldn't see this a lot this year. They're going to pay a lot of attention to him when he's at first base, so Just sit back and relax and watch him throw over to first a number of times.
Infield double play depth for the Giants. And this 6-1 Mariner lead. 2-2 here to Segura. Throw over to first again.
You know, one of the things I was talking about earlier about Gene taking a strike, and he's done it a couple of times so far today. Hasn't worked out yet. He calls timeout, dust off a little bit. But the other part about it too, and this is something we don't see much of anymore, Dave, is one of the things that the advantages of hitting second with somebody like Day on first is you would see the pitch out a little bit more. If they didn't guess right, obviously that's a ball, and you can get some counts in your favor too. But managers don't pitch out as much as they used to.
Running game, not what it used to be either. All tied up. He got a great jump. Hundley, no chance. Didn't even bother throwing.
No chance. That was easy. And again, they did everything they possibly could. He's just one of the best in the business.
So D. Gordon steals it back, gets in scoring position. 3-2 pitch coming to Segura. Gene trying to make it a 4-for-4 day. And he's aboard. It's a 5th walk issued by Giant pitching. Marco Gonzalez, 1 strikeout, no walks.
That'll bring up Robinson Cano having a good day. Be 1 for 2. Has scored a couple of runs, driven in a run. Hit a double his last time up.
Well, D. Gordon with his first stolen base as a Mariner. He's at second. At first, Gene Segura. Cano rifled a double into the left field corner. Drove in a run back in the 5th inning.
Keeping track at home, the Giants have 3 more mound visits that they have available to them. They've been out there 3 times so far this afternoon.
They have not made an MV available on the scoreboard here.
I saw it that after the visit was up there, they flashed it up there, but they didn't leave it up there.
Seattle, it's after runs, hits, and errors.
Yeah, I like it.
Gets a breaking ball in there for a strike.
Robbie had a double down in the left field corner. Hunter Pence was not able to make the catch.
Playing it pretty much the same way he did last time.
Yeah. Again, it's rare in today's game to see a left-hand hitter, especially one with some power like Robbie has, and they play him straight up. No shift, just straight up.
Wind still favoring center field. Robbie's in the driver's seat, 2-1. Been like that all day. Gorgeous when we got here. Boy, the sun coming off the bay was almost blinding, but it was a really neat picture. 2-1. Broken bat, 1 hop to Panic. There's 1, and over to Posey for the double play. Taking over at third is D. Gordon. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. So 2 outs. Mitch Haniger, the batter. 1 for 3. First inning, 2-run single. High drive left field, and he hooked it.
That sounded pretty good, didn't it?
It sure did. There's a line. I'd like to go back and look at the box scores, but I want to say March 20th, there seemed to be a demarcation line. All of a sudden, things started to click for him.
Spring training.
The rhythm, timing.
Well, the timing was the biggest part of it. That leg kick that he has, he was finally getting his foot down on time for the fastball, and everything else took care of itself.
Right field, McCutcheon will get a chance here. puts it away. Mariners threaten, don't score. Leave a man in the sixth, but they enjoy the lead at 6-1 Seattle. Angie, thank you very much. Pitch count wise, Marco Gonzalez in good shape as he delivers a strike pitch number 70.
Yeah, he's in great shape. 70 pitches, 46 strikes for him.
The hitter's Kelby Tomlinson, who took over at shortstop for Brandon Crawford in a double switch.
A rare breaking ball from him today. He's basically stayed with his fastball, four-seamer, two-seamer, and the cutter with the changeup. Breaking ball right on the outside corner.
The 0-2.
Another one.
Got a piece. Freitas took the brunt of that.
Talking a lot about Nelson being on the disabled list, and Mike Zunino also. I think Mike is eligible to come up on the 7th. I live in Minnesota. We'll see how he's doing. Hopefully we get a lot of good news. Get Mike back.
Scott Service said he looked good in the cage before he left. That was good news. Bouncing ball, Seager charges and records the out.
That was really good at that play.
If you're looking for more family fun at the ballpark, well, make sure you visit the Seattle Children's Playfield on the main concourse in center field. While you're there, make sure to stop by the Moose Den and have your photo taken with the best mascot in baseball. Back to the top of the order. Let's begin the third time through for Marco Gonzalez. Austin Jackson 0 for 2. It has been a good pitch for him.
Well, it has in this inning. He's throwing his breaking ball for strikes. Mixing it up again. You know, it's third time through the lineup. 74 pitches, 50 strikes. That's a good pitch. Didn't get the call.
Wow.
I like that it was elevated too.
Yeah.
Did a nice job at the top of the strike zone this afternoon.
14 of 19 batters he's issued first pitch strikes. Bouncing ball. Oh, Seager knocked it down. He's got a chance. The throw. Stretched by Hewitt. He got him. 2 down.
A couple of things. One, I didn't think Kyle was going to get to the ball. He was playing in And the ball was hit firmly. And we'll take another look at it. Well off the line for Kyle, just right off the end of his glove, but stays with the play. It's a lot on the throw, flat-footed. We'll probably take a look at it, and they're going to take a look at it. But what an effort by Kyle. That would have been extra bases for sure.
It's Bud still first base umpire. Oh man, that is
close. Yeah, that is really close. I didn't think Kyle was going to throw it.
Yeah.
They were able to get him. It was because that little bit of stutter step towards the end. Austin Jackson can fly down the line, but didn't have his steps right. We'll see what the call is going to be. And for Kyle, able to take extra bases away even if he's called safe. That was right off the end of his glove, playing in. Good play. We showed it on the big screen here, and the fans think he was safe, but what else are they going to say? And here we go. Primero Supermo and the stretch by Healy at first. Give a really good look at it.
Very safe.
Yeah, real safe.
A great effort by Seager and Healy.
Maybe an infield base hit.
So you come out, man. Signal ball is overturned. An infield base hit. With one out here in the sixth, Austin Jackson. With just his second hit early going. He's now 2 for 15. Joe Panic. 2-1 pitch, fourth inning, leading off, homered over the right field seats, and there's a pitch, ball one.
We've talked a lot about the Giants and their struggles offensively, but not for Panic. That was his third home run this year.
Joe Panic is accounted for every run scored by the Giants to this point. 3 runs.
The home run was on a changeup. Marco missed his spot. Freitas was set up down in the way. It was a changeup, probably belt high, middle in.
One from Gonzalez. Oh, 2 strikes to Panic.
Next pitch for Marco will be 80. Nobody getting loose in the pen.
Jackson a decent lead. He hasn't stolen many bases in the last few years. 1-2. Off the fist. Cano. That'll throw to second. They'll get the tag on Jackson.
That's a great play by Robbie. What a great play.
And Austin Newey is in no man's land too. Double play ends the 6th. Mariners lead 6-1.
Yeah, you have to make a decision, and he does right away. The ball is going to jam panic, and Robbie decides to charge the baseball. Austin Jackson can see that. Robbie just stops him, gets him moving back to first, get the force out, because they weren't going to turn the double play if he'd gone to second first. So the job again, make him stop, gets him moving back towards first, get the runner out at first base, and then Ryan Healy lobs it over his head, basically. But at this point, it's a tag play, and that's exactly what Segura is going to do. That's the only way they get a double play. That was well done by Robbie. Heads up play.
Kyle Seager leads off here in the 7th. Center field, easy play for Jackson. But to his right a little bit, one away. Kyle with 2 hits earlier in the game. He's 2 for 3 and an RBI in the first. RBI a single to center and a single to center in the third. Walked in the 5th. There's Ryan Healy, got his first Mariner hit first inning and produced a run. Since then, a double play and a walk.
A base hit into right field, a little inside out swing on a fastball that was middle in on him.
Pierce Johnson still in there for the Giants. Strike 1. Third pitcher used today. Side block started 4 1/3, 10 hits, 6 runs all earned, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Reyes Moranta was in for a brief period of time.
And a tough at bat for Ryan Healy. 2 perfect pitches. Out the knees on right on the outside corner.
Taking a little farther outside. Ball 1. Look out. Already paying attention, skipped right over that foul ball. Wrap up this 2-game series. Felix Hernandez, Johnny Cueto tomorrow. On to Minnesota, opening day there Thursday, 1:10 Pacific time for first pitch. Paxton against Kyle Gibson. Off day Friday. Up and in. Friday, Mike Leake against Jose Berrios. And Marco Gonzalez on Sunday against Lance Lynn. Road trip, well, sunny, temperatures upper 50s. Minnesota, different story, possible snow. Boo.
Possible snow, and it is going to be really cold.
Oh my goodness. The last forecast I looked at, they were talking 32 on Sunday. I'm sure it may have changed since then, but that's...
And yes, that's the high.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 down. I can tell you one thing. We have nothing to discuss. The windows are going to be closed, correct?
You don't even have to ask.
there were over 42,000 hits in the 2017 season. All you need is one to keep the streak alive. Download the Beat the Streak today for your chance to win $5.6 million. Guillermo Heredia, his 4th plate appearance, delivered a sac fly back in the 5th. Got his first hit of the season in the 4th inning. First time up. Bounced it in the force play. Fly ball right field. Easy play for McCutcheon. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners in the 7th. We'll stretch here at AT Park in San Francisco, where the Mariners lead it 6-1. First road game of the season for the Mariners here in San Francisco. AT Park, the site. 6-1 Mariners, big first inning, 4 runs on the board, and Marco Gonzalez has been outstanding. And let's show you how he has done it with our Columbia Bank difference of the game. Tell you what, change up, the cutter, pretty much everything working for Marco today. Struck out 1. The only real blemish was the home run. He's had a couple double plays turned behind him. And the Mariner offense without Nelson Cruz going on the DL today has performed well. And Marco, as you know, is a good athlete, fielding his position very nicely there. So they said 100 pitches, a real possibility, and he has looked good through 6.
Looked great, 80 pitches, good fastball. Fastball today has been 90 to 92, cutter around 88. Great changeup, and he's starting to use his breaking ball a little bit more. He threw 5 pitches in the last inning that were his breaking ball, 78 miles an hour.
Double play helped him in the 6th. He pitched a 1-2-3 5th, and the double play helped him in the 4th. Coming up tomorrow, hopefully we'll have the same kind of weather tomorrow. Good-looking pitching matchup. Felix Hernandez against Johnny Cueto. Felix coming off a strong performance, open up the season. Beautiful game last Thursday home in Seattle. Well, we've got Chamber of Commerce perfect weather here in San Francisco. Temperatures in the low 60s, 61 degrees right now. Big crowd, not quite a sellout, but a big crowd nonetheless. And Marco ready to go to work against 3, 4, and 5 in the order for the Giants. Andrew McCutchen, Buster Posey, and Evan Longoria.
You can see the first pitch strikes, pretty good shape, 13 out of 20.
Put the shift on for McCutchen. He pulls one foul.
And another slow breaking ball. I like that he's giving him a little bit different look third time through the lineup, throwing his breaking ball a little bit more. The fastball that he's using now is going to elevate it. And throws fastball above the belt. His velocity is still in pretty good shape, even though he's throwing 81 pitches, still in the low 90s with it.
McCutchen today ground out to Seager at third, a base hit to left. Just the second hit the early season. 2 for 18. Mighty struggle. Joe Panik's 3 home runs. The only runs the Giants have scored. And now this is now 5th game.
And right there's another example of it. Fastball at 90 miles an hour above the belt. Change-up breaking ball down. Nice combination. He's been able to execute that a number of times today.
Cano playing McCutchen up the middle. Outfield pretty much straight away. Back a couple of steps. Here's a pitch. Back up this way. Oh, the guy had a glove and it went right by and missed it. Hit right off his glove.
Dave giving him an error, which I would agree with, right off the thumb of the glove.
It was right there.
Yep.
It was almost room service. One-two to McCutchen. Slow breaking ball hook foul. What a boost to this ball club. His performance by Marco Gonzalez. Ball of 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He strikes out McCutchen, his 2nd K this afternoon. 1 down here in the 7th.
And again, well-executed changeup, 84 miles an hour. Actually almost threw his bat. Able to keep one hand on.
Buster Posey flies to your right and bounced into a double play. First pitch strike. run on 4 hits for the Giants. No walks issued by Gonzalez. 0-1 to Posey. And he's in charge here, 0-2. Buster didn't like the call by Ted Barrett.
Well, when you're throwing a lot of strikes, you get the call. Great numbers for Posey in his career. 308 career hitter.
5-time All-Star Rookie of the Year back in 2010 and National League MVP in 2012. 1-2. Buster hit .320, 12 homers, 67 runs batted in last year, an All-Star and awarded a Silver Slugger. And that's going to drop in front of Heredia for a base hit. Fifth hit for the Giants.
And with that base hit, now at 90 pitches, Nick Vincent heading down to the pen. Pretty good pitch, elevated fastball in off the plate. Exceptional hitter, fights it off into left field. And there's Nick. He will get loose in a hurry. It does not take him long. Sam Dyson getting loose in the pen for the Giants.
And a struggle, to say the least, for Longoria. 0 for 2, 0 for 17, and here he is in Game 5. Long run in the bullpen area. It will be foul, not by a heck of a lot. Long run by Haniger.
Yeah, Mitch was all the way over in right center field. You see Robbie, he was playing towards the middle, and here is Mitch, as it is just foul.
And Sparksdale down there to take a good look. First base umpire. Oh, 0-1 here to Longoria. Deep to left, and that baby is gone. 2-run homer. Evan Longoria, 6-3 ball game. His first hit as a San Francisco Giant, a 2-run homer. 10 years with the Rays, a 3-time All-Star. Finally gets off the snide here.
Talked about it with Marco. He's really pitched well today, but this is a mistake. That's a fastball. You can see David Freitas, the catcher, reaching back. They wanted to go inside. It's 91 miles an hour in the middle of the plate. A couple of mistakes that cost him. Solo home run and then that 2-run home run, and Scott Service out of the dugout.
He's coming to get him. Go with the guy he's relied a lot on. Talking about Scott relied a ton on Nick Vincent. So Marco Gonzalez takes his leave here in the 7th. Leaves with a 6-3 lead. And here's his line for today.
Really threw the ball well today. Again, a couple of home runs hurt him. The solo home run by Panic, and now the 2-run home run by Longoria. But 92 pitches for him, 64 strikes overall. Gave up just the 6 hits and 6 in the third. If you take a look at Beacon Plumbing, called to the pen. And Nick Vincent going to take over. You can see his appearances last year. 69 appearances for Nick. 50 strikeouts and 64 and 2/3. Points at 257 against him.
60 appearances the season before when he came over in the last couple 3 days of spring training from the San Diego side. So, man, oh man, 129 games the last 2 years for Nick Vincent. 122 innings. Pence reaches out, stays airborne, and Guillermo Heredia is there. Two outs, and it brings up Nick Hundley. So 2 well-struck line drives, one snared by Seager at third, the other one Segura at short. Mariners 4 runs in the first, 2-run RBI by Haniger. Seager and Healy followed with RBI singles. That was it in the first, and then in the fifth, a couple runs. High fly ball, left center field, deep. Tracking is D. Gordon. Calls off. Whoa! Nobody hurt anybody, but the catch was made. They'll get used to it. They figured it out. Out recorded. Here's Guillermo going back. He's in good shape. And D, with the bigger glove, reaches right in front and takes it away from him. Jack in the Box. Try the breakfast country scrambler plate with Jimmy Dean sausage links only at Jack in the Box. By BNSF, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. A look from McCovey Cove into AT Park in its 19th year. It's home of the San Francisco Giants. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew here. First road game of the season for the Mariners, trying to go to 3-1. And a guy we've seen a lot of before when he was with Texas, Sam Dyson.
See, last year was a tough year for him. 55 appearance, ERA over 6. Strikeouts were down, 34 strikeouts over 30 walks and 54 and 2/3. Once hitting almost 300 against him. That's a good fastball. His fastball on average 95 miles an hour last year. Looks like a change-up cutter, slider to go with it.
Bouncing ball goes foul.
Juan Nicasio getting loose in the pen for the Mariners.
Straight up in the infield for Freitas. A strikeout victim. And he's out of the circle. Strikeout recorded. Then it's one away.
Pinch hitter Andrew Romine.
Andrew Romine. Andrew Romine makes an appearance. His first appearance regular season as a Mariner. Performed well in spring training. Heck of a battle between he and Motter and Gordon Beckham for the utility role. Sam Dyson in 17 previous games against the Mariners has an 0-2 record at 2.20 ERA. Romine coming over from Detroit, where he was a super utility player last season. All 2 strikes. Comes the 1-2. Oh boy.
That was sort of like a cut fastball. I'm not sure if it hit him on his knee or his shin, but you can see there isn't any protection there for him. And he went down right away. You can see this breaking ball slider maybe right off the shin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Be coming back with that pitch, no doubt. One out, nobody on here in the top of the 8th inning. Mariners had a 4-0 lead, a 6-1 lead. Now it's 6-3. Dyson taking a lot of time. Didn't come back with that 2-2. Don't mind a switch hitter. Two pitch. Bounce foul. Count at 2-2. Andrew Romine, one out here in the 8th.
Romine hitting in the pitcher spot, so Nicasio will be coming into the game, and he looks like he's ready to go out in the pen. Hard throwing right-hander for the Mariners.
2-2. And right to the first baseman, Buster Posey. Be on the air tomorrow at 3:30 with the pregame show. And nice matchup. I've been right there. Felix Hernandez takes on Johnny Cueto. And we'll see the Giants again later in the season back home in Seattle, July 24-25. Getting ready even now. Top of the order, D. Gordon.
Looking for his 3rd hit. Scored a run, stolen a base today. Been a good afternoon. Chance to add to it.
Longoria creeping in at 3rd. Pitch outside, ball 1. Sam Dyson coming over to the Giants last year from Texas. June 6th trade brought Dyson to the Giants. Slaps it the other way, out of the reach of Tomlinson. Another base hit for D. Gordon, his third hit today. Two-out base runner brings up Gene Segura.
And it's really good bat control, hand-eye coordination, not trying to do too much, just trying to find a way to get on base. A lot of run to that last pitch. He stayed with it, just dumps it into left field.
See what Segura can do. 3 for 3, a walk, 2 runs scored. D got a fabulous jump. Throw down to second. Second stolen base, 2 for 2, D. Gordon. He got a wonderful jump. It's almost like Dyson didn't even know he was there.
He and Segura are starting to work this thing out nicely on the homestand. I can't remember if it was in the opener, maybe the one after, as you take a look at the jump, but D had run a couple of times, and Segura, an aggressive hitter by nature, nothing wrong with that. But he fouled some pitches off, and today he has taken every single time. Give him a chance to run.
That's popped up. Playable. Ending over. No runs ahead, no errors, and a man left to the home eighth. Mariners 6-3. Juan Nicasio will take over. Fix the eighth inning in a 6-3 Mariner lead. He's going to get Gregor Blanco pinch hitting. Then Kilby Tomlinson and then Austin Jackson. 8-9-1 here for the Giants.
Nicasio
all the way.
Sorry, Dave. Nicasio fastball, slider, changeup. His average fastball 95 miles an hour. As you look at his numbers last year, 76 appearances for him. 72 strikeouts and 72 in the third.
Fastball for a strike. Terrific addition here to the Mariner ball club in Nicasio. And he's quickly ahead here, 0-2.
You can tell he's durable. You mentioned it, the appearances that he had last year, a lot of them, 76 appearances. Averaging a strikeout per inning pitched.
0-2. Down the line. That is a foul ball, says third base umpire Will Little. Third base coach Ron Wotus telling Bruce Bochy, take a look at that.
Yeah, some of the guys out in the bullpen. And they're going to take a look at it. And so will we. Slicing down the line.
A piece of that's some chalk.
I don't know if that's the chalk or just the dirt.
Will Little, third base umpire, crew chief, home plate umpire, Ted Barrett. See what they come up with here.
You can see the chalk line in the grass, and then that's where the dirt started also. So there was a lot going on down there where the ball hit the ground.
A lot of white chalk went up.
Yeah.
Staying around waiting for the boys in New York to make a determination.
Ocasio starting to throw again just to stay loose while they wait on the umpires. Blanco halfway in the middle of the infield. He was at second base, so he's halfway from second to home.
Review. Wind blowing out here at AT Park. Bottom of the 8th inning. Mariners 6-3 lead. Ocasio. Keep that arm ready. By far the longest review we've had here. This game number 4 for the Mariners.
Red called foul and is down in that corner. A lot going on down there, and it appeared that some chalk came up, but when you look where the ball had landed, it looked as if it was foul. So also some dirt. Hard to tell. It's a big play in this ball game. They're trying to protect a 3-run lead. There's another look at it.
Definitely create some white powder. This might be the longest review. It's already 3.5 minutes. Here we go.
There we go. Yep, we're going to give him a double.
It's a leadoff double here in the 8th. They're saying 259 on the review. If you told me 359, I'd have bought that too. 7th hit for San Francisco. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Mariners 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors. There's Kelby Tomlinson. Came in. Back in the 6th. Double switch. Ocasio trying to get some outs here with the runner at second base. Just beyond his glove, beyond the reach of Cano. They put the stop sign on. Ron Wotus holding up Blanco, who practically ran into Ron, rounding third.
Well, again, down 3 runs. They didn't want to take any chances. They want the fastball inside. It's more middle of the plate. Ground ball base hit back up the middle. Hit firmly. Cano not able to get to it. And again, because of where the score is, Wotus holds him up right away. Saw D. Gordon throw the ball in spring training. It's got a report on him already because he was able to throw out a couple of runners.
Two guys at third, one at home. The one at home was one, I think you were off that day. And as he came in, it was right in front of me. We were playing the Angels. And I said, he airmails it, and it's their own time.
Surprised you a little bit?
He missed everything. and he threw a strike to Margema, put the tag on the runner. There's a tying run at the plate, Austin Jackson.
Couldn't get a strikeout right here.
Ball 1.
Infielders at double play depth.
Jackson, infield hit. He's 1 for 3. Dan Altavilla heating up. Jackson 0 for 1 against Nicasio. Needs some outs. 1-0. Swing and a miss, way late. Brought him in to be the 8th inning specialist. Nicasio in some trouble here. One pitch here to Jackson.
Oh, that's a good fastball. They get to call at 95 miles an hour. Definitely on the plate.
Where he wanted it, didn't get a call. Nicasio with Pirates, the Phillies, and the Cardinals last year. And he got the call a lot. He needs big time pitch here, 2-1. Fly ball center field, D. Gordon getting under it. Get the ball back to Cano, the cutoff man. Run scores on the sac fly. Austin Jackson, 6-4 ball game. First RBI for Jackson.
To make some quality pitches here. And the hottest hitter is walking up to the plate. Joe Panik is already homered in the game. He has 3 home runs on the year.
So 1 out. Panik represents the tying run as we play here. Bottom 8, 1 out. A run in, 1 on. Joe Panik 1 for 3 against Nicasio. Use a double play right at one of the infielders. 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. Panik 1 for 3 of the home run, 4th inning leading off. 2-1 pitch against Marco Gonzalez. Time called by Cano.
And yes, this will be a visit.
Robbie's been in Seattle. We've seen a lot of that as Altavilla stays ready.
Mariners in good shape. They still have 5 mound visits as we work here in the 8th, so no problem.
Nicasio needs a big time pitch here. 2-0 to Joe Panik, a hot hitter. 3 home runs, 1 today. Two-0 pitch. There's a strike.
It's a quality strike. See our EQC tracer right on the outside corner.
Two-one to Joe Panic. Off to a great start here in 2018. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Good fastball at 95. Gets him to chase it. Trying to keep the ball away from him. Good idea.
Nicasio back in the count. 2-2. Here's an important pitch. And miss. Count runs full.
All fastballs, everything away from him. McCutcheon ready.
Big spot. 40,901 on hand here. Sellout. They call it a sellout here at AT Park. Giant fans looking for some action here. Nicasio. He's set. And the 3-2 to Panic. Runner goes. Pitch swung on and hit down the left field line. Out of play.
Tomlinson running, just trying to stay out of the double play. Again, another fastball on the outside corner. Everything away from him. They're basically telling Joe that he's going to get a hit. He'll have to hit the ball the other way. They don't want to give him anything that he can hit to right field, possibly hit out of the ballpark. So they're pitching him away. Pretty standard late in the game.
You betcha. Crowd making some big noise in anticipation of a moment here. 3-2. Runner goes. Pitch. Seager smothers it. Double clutch. Nothing doing there. Everybody's safe. He holds on to it. For an infield base hit for Panic, his second hit today. His 8th of the young season. And the Giants are going to bring the go-ahead run to the plate in the person of Andrew McCutcheon.
Again, all the pitches away. If he was going to get a hit, they were going to give him a hit into left. See the effort by Kyle Seager, keeping an eye on the runner, and then a little double clutch. That'll be an infield hit. That's why Tomlinson took off on the pitch, trying to stay out of the double play. You can see the guys telling him to throw it across the diamond, just didn't have enough time.
So it brings up McCutcheon, who's grounded out to third, single to left and struck out. 1 for 3. McCutcheon 3 for 10 against Nicasio. Foul back.
Challenged him. Good fastball, 95. You can see it's right in the middle of the plate.
Tomlinson. He's at Kelby Tomlinson. He's at second. Joe Panic at first. 1 out. A run in the 6-4 Mariner lead. Love a double play ball. Pitch. 1-1.
Nicasio, 18 pitches, 11 strikes, the majority of them fastballs.
They could use a big time pitch. 1-1 here. 6-4 Mariners, 2 men on. Pitch to McCutcheon. Fouled off.
Altavilla ready to go in the pen.
Wind blowing straight out here at AT Park in a beautiful afternoon. A home opener for the Giants. Starting their 60th year here in San Francisco. The 1-2 pitch to McCutcheon. Could not entice him. 2-2.
And that was the slider off the plate away. Puts a little more pressure on David Freitas, also the catcher, if he wants to bury that slider to really get him to try to chase it. And find a way to keep it in front of him. Tying run at first.
4 mound visits remaining for the Mariners. Look at first base coach Jose Aguasel. They panic the runner at first. Here's a 2-2 to McCutcheon. Right on the line here. Pitch. Fly ball right field. Haniger in great shape. They'll hit the cutoff man. Get it back to Cano. Tomlinson tags, goes to third. 2 outs.
Most important thing, record the out, and he was able to do it. Again, another fastball in the outside corner. Take a look at our EQC tracer and the location of that fastball. Pretty good hitting by McCutcheon. Didn't quite get all of it, though. Dangerous hitter here.
Oh, my goodness, yes, Buster Posey. 320 hitter last year, career 308, 5-time All-Star. Top hitting catcher in the major leagues last year. Tying run at the plate. 6-4 Mariners. 4 in the first, 2 in the fifth. Posey fouls it off. 6 men to the plate here in the 8th. Started with a double down the left field line. It took almost 3 minutes on the review. Then a base hit to center, sac fly, infield hit, and a fly out to right.
Outfielders are straight away and deep, all right in front of the warning track.
Almost hit him. 1-1.
He's throwing a couple of 2-seamers in this at bat, both of them inside. There's a look at the outfielders. Trying to stay away from the double, so they'll play deeper in this situation.
1-1 the count. 2 out, runners at the corners. 2-run lead for the Mariners. Tough hombre here, Buster Posey. 1-1 from Nicasio. Ground ball. Segura boots it, stays with it, throws across, hitting over. He knew who he had running, didn't panic. Giants put a run on the board. Strand 2. It's the Mariners 6, Giants 4. tomorrow. Good pitching matchup as we wrap up this short series. Felix Hernandez takes on Johnny Cueto. You're on there at 3:30, 4:15, about 4:10, 4:15 first pitch. Gregor Blanco stays in center. And Corey Guerin is the new pitcher.
Fastball, slider, changeup. His average fastball at 92 miles an hour. Changeup to lefty, sliders to the right-handers. Take a look at his numbers from last year. 68 appearances, had a good year. ERA just under 2. Points hitting just 208 against him.
In on the hands of Cano. 0-2. Cano, Haniger, and Seager. 3-4-5 coming up. Robbie scored twice. 1 for 3, delivered an RBI double down the left field line back in the 5th. Mariners put 4 on the run, 4 on the board immediately in the first inning. Led all the way. Giants are chipping away, 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th.
You know, 1 for 3, scored a couple of runs, picked up an RBI. Base hit was a double down the left field line.
Strike 3 called. 1 away.
Number 17, Mitch
We got Mitch Haniger. Mitch drove in a couple of runs in the first inning. Bases loaded, had a base hit in the left center field. 1 for 4 on the day.
Put the shift on. Breaking ball for a strike from Corey Guerin. 6'1", 205 out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Played his college ball at Mercer University in Macon, Georgia. Oh, 2 to Mitch.
You can see it. Sliders to the right-handers. And again, his fastball is around 92 miles an hour.
Guerin, 4th round pick of the Braves back in 07. Haniger's gone 2 away.
Just stayed with the slider, trying to keep the ball away from him. You can see, set up outside off the plate, gets him to chase it. And we got Kyle Seager. Kyle with a couple of hits today, also picked up an RBI. Edwin Diaz getting loose in the pen. He will pitch in the 9th.
Just joining us, Nelly Cruz, DL, sprained ankle. Mike Zunino working his way back from oblique injury, and same for Ben Gamble. Let's hang it up, and McCutcheon runs it down. Here we go, bottom 9. It'll be Longoria, Pence, and Hundley. And they'll be going up against Edwin Diaz. See if he can get the sweet smell of a save here in San Francisco. We're going to find out when we get back. in the ninth. He's got Longoria, he's got Pence, he's got Hundley. Longoria feeling real good about himself after his first hit as a Giant, a 2-run homer back in the 7th.
89 strikeouts in 66 innings last year. Great numbers for opponents. I think just 183. For Diaz, mid to upper 90s with his fastball and a hard slider.
He's faced Longoria before. Longoria 0 for 1 against him. First pitch, strike at 97.
Edwin has picked up a couple of saves already this year. He's recorded 6 outs, all of them strikeouts.
Had the good heat, and just a filthy slider. One and two. All those arms and legs coming at you, and it just
tough, especially for a right-hander.
Yeah.
And tremendous arm speed.
See what he does here. It's 1 and 2. Whoa, right up in front of us, literally, and thankfully nobody was sitting in that seat. That had my laptop zoned in. Remember Kevin Crimmin lost one. Where is that? Milwaukee. In spring training in Maryville.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Got him one down.
Nasty slider. Saw a couple of fastballs at 97 miles an hour, up and in, and he comes right back. Watching the slider at 89, just disappears on him, buries it in the dirt. Great pitch.
Continue to throw that pitch, and when he's got the advantage, he's going to be very, very difficult to deal with.
Primera Supermo. Well, again, we've talked about it. You have to cheat on the fastball, and when you're behind in the count, it's tough to deal with.
Hunter Pence, 0 for 3. Mariners by 2, bottom 9 on a beautiful windy day here in San Francisco. 1-1.
And he missed with a slider and just challenge him with 97.
Flailing away, got a piece.
And his best fastball so far, 98 miles an hour.
He is on you in a hurry here. Edwin Diaz to Pence. Have some bench. 2 down.
Again, above the belt on the outside corner at 98 miles an hour. You see how late that swing is. There's not much you're going to do with it.
Overmatched, no doubt. Nick Hundley, 2 lineouts and a flat, 0 for 3. Just pounding the zone. Strike 1. Missed inside, 1-1. First time Hundley seeing Diaz. 1-1 pitch.
He's missed with a couple of sliders now. Typically, when he is on point, that slider will be down and away from the right handers, typically out of the strike zone.
Get back in the count here, 2-1. Going back is Segura. What a play, nicely done, and the Mariners win 6-4 as Edwin Diaz gets his third save, makes a winner out of Marco Gonzalez as the Mariners win their first road game. And they're now 3-1.
Congratulations to Marco Gonzalez. I really thought he threw the ball well today, had a good game plan, was able to execute it, made a couple of mistakes with his changeup. But other than that, I thought he was really good. And offensively, up and down the lineup, a lot of guys contributing, including Mitch Haniger stays hot. A couple of RBIs for him. Robinson Cano also picks up another double. Just a great day all the way around for the Mariners. Nice way to start this road trip.
Yes, indeed. Lots to like about this one. We'll be with you again tomorrow from AT&T. Right now, Mariner Post Game presented by Alaska Airlines starts right now with Angie and Bill.